Hello, greetings, Wiki and Daba. My name is Taz Elias, and I'm calling in from London, UK. I am the brand collaborations lead at the Wikimedia Foundation, and I'm going to be sharing a lightning talk about a project that I generated whilst at the foundation about amplifying knowledge gaps in our Wikimedia projects in artistic ways. So I'm going to share my screen and share hopefully you can see that. I think you can. So the project is called Wiki Unseen. The knowledge ecosystem has a problem. Almost every moment where history has had an opportunity to be represented, Black people, people of color, and Indigenous peoples have been systematically erased from the history books. As an example of the 30+ articles in the African royalty category on English Wikipedia, only 3 pages have imagery depicting those monarchs. So this led me to pose the question, what if we could redraw history? And as an answer to that question, we gave birth to a project called Unseen. Unseen states over the next few years, the Wikimedia Foundation will be collaborating with volunteers and visual artists from around the world to redraw history, bringing the likeness of unseen individuals in the histories of underrepresented people onto their Wikipedia biographies to be seen by all. So how we're going to approach Unseen next year. We will commission portraits of 6 historical figures who are Black, Indigenous, or peoples of color, whose Wikipedia articles are currently unillustrated with their portraits. Each of the 6 commissioned artists, which will be representing in this edition, the United States of America, Africa, and the Caribbean, will be sourced in collaboration with a platform called Behance. Behance is an Adobe-owned creative portfolio platform with over 10 million users. The commissioned images, the subject of each image will be chosen by the artists themselves, will be uploaded to Wikimedia Commons and added to the relevant Wikipedia article by our affiliate partner, AfroCROWD. Once again, just to go over the key collaborators for the project, Behance, they'll be working with us to source the list of artists from the selected regions to create the works. AfroCROWD, our affiliate partners, will be working with us to build the narrative, long list of biographies that the artist will choose, and facilitate the uploads of the illustrations to Wikimedia Commons and Wikipedia. We should also be sourcing a media partner or online creative editorial platform that will help us amplify our work and tell the stories of the historical figures, the artists, and our affiliates. Phase 1. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. I think there's a note in the chat, but I think everyone else can hear me. Phase 1, we've entitled Mind the Gap. Towards the end of February 2022, which will be Black History Month in the US, we will use the Wikimedia Foundation's social channels to demonstrate the knowledge gaps for Black, Indigenous, and people of color in history around the world. We will release one key content video, which will see conversations between AfroCROWD, Sherry, the managing
Elias,
director.
just a second. I don't know if the audio issue is from the side of Beatrice or it's a general issue. For me, I can hear you very well. How about other participants in the house?
Yeah, I
Could
think
we
Michael has
confirm
said
if
he
we're
can
able to hear
hear.
him?
If anyone else
Oh, I
cannot
think
hear,
Michael is
please let
hearing
us know
him.
in the chat. Yeah.
All right. So I think Beatrice will have to refresh her internet. Others can easily hear him. Yes, go on, Elias.
Brilliant, thank you. We will be releasing one key content video, which will see a conversation between the managing director of AfroCROWD, Sherry, and one of the artists, who I'll introduce shortly, discussing the importance of representation in our knowledge ecosystem. Phase 2 will be the process. We will announce Unseen to the press and the process in which the illustrations have been created. And the third and final phase will be where our historical figures are seen. So our partners and the foundation will launch a curated and designed campaign page, an Instagram gallery, and Medium blog posts that will tell the stories and show the artworks of the people behind them. So here are some videos to give you an idea of what the exhibition will look like. So this is the inspiration for what the campaign page or microsite or website will look like and how it will depict those illustrations. We'll also have an Instagram page as well, which will act as an exhibition itself. There you can see the people that will be looking at the images. So this is all inspiration and a key part of the exhibition aspect of what we'll be doing. So the focus regions, the US, the Caribbean, and Africa, these are the focus regions because these areas have the largest African and mixed African populations and the largest population percentage of Afro descendants, respectively. This is purely for the first incarnation of Unseen. We will be looking at other regions and other opportunities to amplify unseen historical figures in the future. So just to let you know, in the last minute of this presentation, the three artists will be Esther Griffiths from Trinidad, who will be illustrating Asquith Xavier and Mercedes Richards. Bukhtawa Malik from New York will be illustrating Tico Campbell and William Graves. And Inam Bosoka from Ghana will be illustrating Kalestas Juma and Marianne Addy. Inam will be taking part in the introductory video with Sherry from AfroCROWD as well. We have a researcher on board, Kelly Foster, who is a Wikimedian, a founding organizer of AfroCROWD, and also a founding member of Transition as well. So Kelly is on board to assist us. In the future, we will be sharing the Unseen project plan and process for others to utilize in their own way and share with us. And we will be inviting community suggestions of notable unillustrated biographies and other subjects that have diversity, equity, and inclusion focused gaps. Feel free to ask questions in the chat or email me direct at telias@wikimedia.org. I'll be sharing this presentation very shortly. I'll be contacting the organizers of Wiki Indaba, but if you would like to access this before it's published on Commons, please email me direct and I'll be more than happy to send you a copy. Thanks very much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Once again, I'll just put my email in the chat if you'd like to copy and paste.
All right. Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation, Mr. Elias. He dropped his email. So people who are interested in being part of this project, whose aim is aiming at bridging the gap that exists on Wikipedia and other Wikimedia projects, please reach out to him. Elias, could we be having a booth or a lounge for this session? Or the best way of reaching out to you is the email?
Email is always the best way. It comes direct to me. Feel free to email out. I'm always available for a conference call or to chat via WhatsApp or a call. Feel free to reach out. Let me know the best way to speak to you.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate everyone who has been part of this session. For more conversations, please reach out to him so that we can see best ways of being part of this good initiative whose aim is bridging the gap that is still existing. It has been there. Now it's time for us to play a hand in making sure that we are bridging it. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening or morning based on where you are. This is Wiki
Thank
Indaba.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.